You woke? Time to get up. Welcome to another wonderful edition of Thought You Were Woke No Speed Limit podcast. My name is Alvin, your host. I hope you are enjoying your evening or day whenever you're watching this wonderful broadcast or listening to this broadcast. Today, I want to talk about one Sha'Carri Richardson. And there's a couple of elements to this that I want to bring up. So, Sha'Carri Richardson, I believe it was last Saturday, not this Saturday, lost in the Diamond Classic. It was her first race since her suspension from the Olympics after the Olympic trials in which she had smoked weed. According to the race, she came in ninth with 11.5 seconds, I believe, which is still a very fast time, but not world track athlete speed. I believe in the Olympic trials she did 10.89. The thing about Sha'Carri Richardson is this. She's a classic slow starter. She usually comes on strong at the end. The only problem is she was running against the Jamaicans who not only have a good starting speed, but have a good finishing speed as well. And, of course, she was beaten by the Jamaicans, and of course, she came in ninth, so she was in last place. Now, being a good sport normally would mean after the race you hug the winner, congratulate the winner, and then you walk off the field, talk to the news for a second. Sha'Carri, on the other hand, walked off the track as soon as the race was over. She was being consoled by somebody else from the team, but she walked off the track without congratulating the winners. She later went on to continue to talk trash to the Jamaicans, some of which turned out to be xenophobic. She did not say it. Let me rephrase this. Sha'Carri Richardson herself did not say it. She liked a post where some people were saying some xenophobic things about the Jamaicans. And for whatever reason, she liked it. Okay? So then, that wasn't the worst part about it. She then threw shade towards Allison Felix. Allison Felix had went on the Jimmy Kimmel show. She was talking to Stephen A. Smith, who was standing in for Jimmy Kimmel. He asked her about Sha'Carri Richardson, and she basically said, people got to understand that people are going through things, and she said what people should do is rally around her. She didn't say anything about what was going on with Sha'Carri. She never said anything negative about Sha'Carri, but she said that people need to rally around her. Well, Sha'Carri turned it around and said people saying things about supporting people on TV was like, well, next to nothing, which was, again, throwing shade towards Allison Felix for whatever reason. Now, there could be something behind the scenes that we don't know about, and let me explain, because Allison Felix, she's a person in public, and there's a private version of her, just like Sha'Carri Richardson wears who she is on her sleeves. Allison Felix does not. And there is a difference. There are people who do this all the time. They switch. I'm a person that can do that as well. But Allison Felix wears who she is on her sleeve at all times. Sha'Carri Richardson wears who she is on her sleeves all the time. Allison Felix, you kind of get an idea of who she is. She's the All-American Olympic athlete for black athletes. She's a mother. She's told you about her struggles with her sponsors, about her pregnancy and everything, and how they treat her as a woman different than they do male athletes. And even the fact that everything from they don't pay them the same to the fact they don't want to get pregnant, and pregnancy means that that they change the way they pay them, or they don't want to support them anymore. Those things, that's what Allison Felix has talked about. But more personal things, Allison Felix has not really put that out there. Sha'Carri Richardson, her personal life is kind of worn on her sleeves. She is that personality that you see. She's who she is. Now, she's a young woman that you can tell has had a troubled history. First of all, her mother died right before the Olympic trials, and she was estranged from her mother. So then, the whole incident happened with her smoking weed, and she was her grandmother is her mother, staying with her mother. You can tell she's angry. Uh, Her personal life, people talk about that. That has nothing really to do with her trouble, so to speak, necessarily. She's got the multicolored hair, the different nails. She is who she is. That's her personality. And like I said, she wears that on the sleeve. She's a person that will speak her mind when she gets ready. And in the case of Allison Felix, she did. Now, as people are saying, if she wants to get to the place where Allison Felix is in sports, she needs to learn to control her mouth, because that can destroy everything. Like I said, liking a post that is xenophobic can get you in trouble with your sponsors, because your sponsors are the one giving you the money so you can go run these events and get on the track, so on and so forth, and supporting your lifestyle as well. You don't want to upset the sponsors. At the same time, you can lose support from the people around you who are in the sport, who know what you're going through and the life issues that you have, if you continuously assault them when you're hurt. And that's something Sha'Carri has to learn, okay? But at the same time, I want to say this, because there are people attacking her right now. There's no need to attack Allison Felix or Sha'Carri Richardson. It's no need to attack either one right now. I think that is the place where we have to get away from being angry all the time. We've got to be more loving as black people. As people. Sha'Carri really needs women, especially women in the sport, to gather around her, and other women to gather around her and show her that love that I think she's missing in her life. She needs that love. Excuse me. She's in a vulnerable place right now, and she's not getting that love that she needs and that support that she needs. And I think that is the biggest handicap to all of this, is that she's not getting the love and support that she feels that she needs. But she's also got to be receptive to it and ready to receive it. The situation she got herself in can be very bad, or in the end it can change, turn around, and it can be good for her. Of course, the track season is over now. This is the indoor track season, and she's probably going to hit a couple of races there. She hits her stride again and wins some more races, and gets back, say, next year for the World Games, which is different than the World Games we're having here, but for the World Championship Finals, she will be able to once again probably rebuild her brand, because people normally have a short-term memory as long as you don't keep doing the same thing over and over again. I hope she is not on a destructive pattern. Like I said, there are people trashing her from Fox News. Those people right there, if they get a chance to destroy a black person, they will do it on Fox News. So please, God, some of these shock jock radio conservatives and other folks, they're on there trying to destroy her now. That's why she needs some black people in the corner. I heard some guys on ESPN the other day, they were trying to be supportive of her. One guy was being supportive and the other one wasn't so happy about what she's doing. Now, were they on ESPN? Fox, ESPN, maybe it was one of those. Anyway, Peacock. They were on Peacock. And one of them was being supportive, the other one wasn't. And I'm like, and then I listened to the Benjamin Dixon show, and I love the fact that they were being supportive of her. There were some people who were upset with what she said. Of course, I would be upset with what you said, but at the same time, I'm trying to support you. I just don't want to see you fail. If people are supporting you, this is why they feel like the problem. And I'll say this, and I hope Sha'Carri gets a chance to hear this. If I'm supporting you and lifting you up, don't destroy the people who are supporting you and giving you that support, because all that happens is you drop down to the ground and there's nobody there for you. At the same time, the people that are supporting her can't get to the point where they're so angry over every little slight that they want to drop her, because you see what she's going through. You know what she's going through. You got to hold on or step back, but don't destroy her. out of anger. I hate to see black people divided. I don't want to see the Jamaicans over here, the American track folks over here. I don't want to see this class struggle that black people don't realize that there is a class struggle in the black world. The Obamas of the world are different than, say, the TIs of the world, or even the Sha'Carri Richardsons of the world. It's different places that these people walk in. They may ever cross paths, because as black people, there's a lot of places we have to go and cross paths. But there are people from different walks of lives that haven't experienced the same thing in life. Different things. People who grew up on the streets. And then there was the guys that went to nice schools and who went to private schools. There's the black people who grew up in the suburbs, and the kids who grew up in the inner city. Kids who grew up in the country. Kids who grew up overseas. But they have one thing in common: they're black. And black always comes under attack. I'm not trying to rhyme there, but you know what I'm saying. Black comes under attack a lot. If a black person does something, a lot of times, we tend to go after them for what they do wrong. So this is all I want to say. Make it short. Let's show Sha'Carri Richardson some love. Let's be honest with her that this was not a good move, but show her some love and continue to respect her life and her wishes. Hey, if you like this broadcast of Thought You Were Woke No Speed Limit podcast, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And y'all have a wonderful day.